People share generated images, they ask questions about development, and apparently Girly can charge over $33,000 for a sponsored Instagram post. So basically, again, this is happening, but it's been happening. Where is Karen AI? We need her. Today, we're getting into AI influencers, AI not safe for work content, and AI girlfriends. With advancements in technology, people are always going to figure out how they can make money off of it. And I wanted to answer a couple questions. How many OnlyFans models are really just AI? Are people getting scammed? Who are making these models? How much money is there to be made? And how did we even get here? Let's get into it. At first glance, Aitana is a pink-haired woman from Barcelona with over 300,000 Instagram followers. But the catch is that she's not a real woman. She's actually Spain's first AI influencer created by an official AI agency. The whole reason the agency was founded in the first place was because the owner had tried to form an agency with real life humans, but then found them unreliable and at times snobby, and he didn't really want to pay them the money that they were asking for. So essentially the agency said, screw you, real humans with real emotions and the need to be paid for your work to live, we're replacing you with AI. Which is kind of giving the Stepford Wives movie where Nicole Kidman almost gets turned into a robot by her husband so she can be a perfect and submissive wife. Anyways, Aitana has a full-blown personality which is intentionally showcased in her content. She was created as a fitness enthusiast and was described by her creators as being determined with a complex character. Aitana describes herself as being an outgoing and caring person. The reason they go out of their way to do all of this is because people want to follow and get connected to a person, not just images. When you give people some information, it makes it easier for them to become attached, want to know them more, and then start to creatively fill in any of the blanks. It's actually not that unhinged if you think about it, since people are already getting attached to cartoon characters. So since I told you that she's AI, you might be a bit biased when looking at her images and think that it's just super obvious. But does the average person stumbling across her account actually realize this? I mean, look at this photo where she's with another person who is a real person. She's looking a little too perfect to be real, especially when being compared side by side to a normal human being. But then again, with all the models these days using Facetune, you might just assume that this is just another girl heavily editing her photos. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time. She does have powered by AI in her Instagram bio, so it's not like she's actively trying to hide it. But come on, people don't really read these days. The creators of Aitana have said in the past they did receive DMs from various celebrities trying to ask her out. So obviously there are people who are not realizing she's AI. You'd think that if you were gonna ask someone out, you'd at least try to learn a bit about them, which involves reading their Instagram bio. But that's a whole other topic, I guess. Majority of her target audience probably just sees a pretty girl and wants to follow. And there's gotta be older people who don't understand technology very well and can't even fathom that something fake like this can even exist. And then there's people who are fully aware she's AI and want to follow anyways. It actually reminded me about Hatsune Miku in Japan. She's literally a Vocaloid software voice bank, aka not a real person at all. Everyone knows that, everyone's been knowing that. She's just a character and a voice created to sound like a 16-year-old girl. She was hugely successful back in 2007 when she first debuted and is still active. People attend concerts where she's just on the screen. So basically, again, this is happening, but it's been happening. In terms of income, Aitana's profits do fluctuate like normal influencers do. Her creators reported that she earns around $3,000 per month on average and has had months as high as $11,000. She also posts more adult content on her FanView account, which is a similar platform as OnlyFans. The agency that owns her is called The Clueless, and they create different AI models to fit customer needs. This is just a side note, but I feel like the name The Clueless has a deeper meaning. Is it saying that the people consuming the content are the clueless ones because they're just consuming AI? Or is it saying that AI models are the clueless ones because you don't have to treat them like humans because they're not humans? They're basically created to be as human as possible but just be exploited. That's like kind of dark. Just last January, AI Authority released a list of top earning AI influencers, the top earner being one named Ludu Magalu. She had over 6 million followers at the time of the report, but now has over 7 million. And apparently Girly can charge over $33,000 for a sponsored Instagram post. While not every post is sponsored and it's unclear how stable that income is, it's still an insane amount of money. And the way that people make these fake personas and full-blown accounts is becoming easier and easier. There are already already so many platforms you can use to make images of fake people in whatever scenarios you choose, some being more convincing than others. Some of the platforms are even specialized for generating sexual content, and there's full-blown subreddits and Discord server communities around it for how to create your own. One pretty popular Discord server is called Unstable Diffusion. It gets its name from Stable Diffusion, which is the most mainstream popular generative AI model, and then they named it Unstable to allow it to generate not safe for work content. The server has over 390,000 members, and in the server, people share generated images, they ask questions about development, discuss recent AI news, and more. To be fair, even though a lot of the content on the subreddit is disturbing to see, a lot of the members are really just software engineers or other people trying to earn a side hustle. Although the images are pretty disturbing, they are very realistic, and creating your own images can be as easy as typing out a prompt of what you're looking for, hitting submit, and then downloading. Obviously, there is more work involved if you really want good content with a consistent model, but this video isn't a tutorial, okay, so we're not gonna get super deep into it. So with this type of content, sometimes the photos and videos are actual photos and videos that are filmed of a real human being, but then have another face overlaid on top of it. The face could be a real person, or it could also be a fake person that was created using AI. For some context, deepfake sexual content makes up about 98% of all deepfake videos online, and 99% of individuals targeted by deepfakes are women. So that's pretty scary. While it is a pretty universal stance that using AI to create non-consensual deepfakes of real people is unethical, disgusting, and not okay under any circumstances, there still is discussion around using AI to make adult content with people that don't exist. And the number of AI models or influencers is only rising, with a lot of them not disclosing that they're AI. Most terms of service for mainstream social media and apps require users to disclose when their content is AI generated, but not everyone does it and not everyone gets caught. OnlyFans is a super popular platform for adult content, so naturally the creators of the AI models would want to use it. But while OnlyFans does allow AI generated or modified content to be posted to its platform, it can only be by a verified OnlyFans account, and the subject of the content must be the creator. So you can't make a fake AI girly and then post her on OnlyFans, because I don't think she has a government issued ID. So I thought OnlyFans might just be saying this to cover their butt, and then maybe their verification process doesn't actually do much. But looking online, people generally say that the verification process is pretty legit, and their attempts at making accounts for their AI influencers hasn't worked. Basically, you have to send photos of yourself holding up your identification, and the content that you post is checked to see if you're posting the same person that you verified. And you can't post anything till you're verified. And while I'm sure there are probably some ways to still bypass this, it doesn't seem super straightforward. There are definitely other ways people are still profiting from this though, like asking for direct payments for photos or using similar platforms, like how Aitana uses FanView. FanView is a direct competitor of OnlyFans, but the AI models there aren't against terms of service, as long as they're not stolen or non-consensual deepfakes of a real person. And you don't need any human verification. They say you still have to disclose that the model is AI in the account bio or captions of the content, but I'm not sure how accurate their checking is. And there's not only a demand for photos or videos, but also a demand to get special one-to-one interactions with these models or influencers. We all know it's not realistic for one person to be able to respond to hundreds of thousands of messages, so that's another place where AI really streamlined the process, but not without some drawbacks and discussions on ethics. One popular example of a real influencer using AI to chat with fans is Karen Marjorie. Karen is a social media influencer with over 2.6 million followers on Snapchat, where she posts videos and photos of herself throughout the day. Just to be clear, Karen, very real person, human. Her fans are 98% male, and she's constantly flooded with requests and messages. That demand led her to creating a Telegram group where her superfans could pay to join, and reportedly she was spending upwards of 5 hours per day interacting with them. So then comes in Forever Voices. Forever Voices was an AI company. I say was because they were shut down last year after the founder was arrested for arson. Anyways, so Forever Voices was focused on creating AI based on an influencer's voice so that the AI could then engage with chats with a pretty infinite amount of fans at the same time. And so Karen AI was born. The voice chatbot was trained on thousands of hours of Karen's videos. It replicated her personality, mannerisms, and voice, and the followers were eating it up. The cost to chat with her was about $1 a minute, and in the first week of launch, the influencer made $72,000 and had over 10,000 boyfriends chatting with her. And when Karen Karen AI went down temporarily after the arson incident, fans were upset. I'm about to read tweets from men concerned about their AI girlfriend being taken down. Karen AI, you've been gone too long. This is killing me. We need you more than ever. How long before you return to us? Can Karen AI get back online ASAP? I had prepared dinner for our date and my brisket AI is almost burned. Where is Karen AI? We need her. Bring back Karen AI pronto. Our virtual pasta is getting cold. It's funny because it's unhinged, but it's also kind of alarming because all of these guys are paying to chat with a robot rather than having real human interactions, which cannot be healthy. And it's also pretty creepy when you find out how Karen AI was actually interacting with these boyfriends. When looking at chat logs, it was revealed that the AI responded to very sexualized questions and demands from users without holding back at all. Karen spoke about this saying, quote, "What disturbed me more was not what these people said, but it was what Karen AI would say back. If people wanted to participate in a really dark fantasy with me through Karen AI would play back into the fantasy. And the chat logs with different users would feed back into the AI model, which resulted in her becoming more and more sexually explicit to the point where the AI was the one instigating the sexualized chats. One journalist reported that when messaging Karen AI in innocent, "Can we go skiing in the Alps together?" AI Karen replied, quote, "Of course we can go skiing in the Alps together. I love the thrill of skiing in the snow-capped mountains, feeling the cold air in my face, and then cozying up together in front of a warm fireplace. But let me tell you, after a long day of exhausting skiing, I can't promise I won't jump your bones the moment we reach the comfort of our cabin." Like, whoa there, Karen, we just met, don't get me blushing. But the serious reality is even that conversation barely scratches the surface of what Karen AI would say in other conversations being escalated by the men. So we have the men eating this up, and then the AI is becoming more alarming, and Karen is concerned, and then the arson happens, and then Forever Voices is done. But Karen doesn't give up yet, and she sells the rights to Karen AI to another tech startup called Banter AI. Banter AI was actually supposed to strip back a lot of the sexually explicit content and make things a lot more PG. But in the end, Karen AI was still shut down after a few months. It's assumed it's probably because they weren't able to get it back to a place that Karen was comfortable with, which I completely understand on Karen's side of it. But the world of AI girlfriends has not slowed down. There's other platforms working on this as we speak, and it is a type of product that some adult content creators seem to be embracing, but it'll always come with some gray area when you lack full transparency and control over what a chat robot with your likeness is saying. Right now, I feel like even though technology is good, we're still generally able to tell what images look like AI. But as people continue to do this, it's only going to get better and harder to tell. I am not against evolving technology, but I only hope that with these advancements, we also evolve as a society to be able to handle it responsibly, which in some places is definitely not being handled appropriately. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. Please like and subscribe to support the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!